Mando.
Once again, nice flip, nice and quick, easy.
Oh, look at
nice
that.
Blackened. Nice hot pan, still a hot pan.
Yo, bring it in with old video we did, an old video we did with executive chef Steve from the East Coast, very, grew up in the Boston area and very familiar with fish and love the Fish Mojo. Now, we don't package the Fish Mojo anymore. And we did it for you. And let me tell you why. Because the Fish Mojo is the Shrimp Mojo cut 50-50 with brown sugar. The reason why we did this for you is because brown sugar is way less expensive, right, than the spice. So it was not nearly as good of a deal for you. Just buy a pound of Shrimp Mojo, cut as much of it you want with brown sugar, and bingo, you got the Shrimp Mojo. You got what we used on the baby back ribs to win and the chicken to win all the competitions that we did. Bulletproof and simple. The other thing too is when we did the Fish Mojo, brown sugar in a spice, especially if people didn't seal the bag very well, brown sugar has a tendency to solidify rock hard. So there was a little bit of spice being wasted along the way. But anyway, I brought that in because we want to give tips not only to inspiration for weekly specials for food trucks, bars, restaurants, but also tips for the home kitchen. And people are generally, especially newbie chefs, are very skeptical about their ability to cook fish. And once you start doing it, it couldn't be simpler. It's actually the easiest thing to cook. And the mistake people make the most with fish is overcooking it. Steve was showing you there that blackened fish with the Fish Mojo. One flip, that's all you need. If you have a nice hot pan, you don't need to keep flipping the fish. In fact, that's how you get the fish that fall apart and you have nothing to present on a plate because you over flipped it. Stop flipping out with your fish. One flip only, that's all you need. And it's going to cook all the way through. It cooks super fast. The same thing with shrimp. I mean, we did, I wrote a blog one time, who killed the shrimp? There's nothing worse than paying the money that you pay for great wild caught Gulf shrimp, right? And then overcooking them to where they're all of a sudden they're the salad shrimp, right? You started out with jumbos, right? 13 to 15 counts, and you ended up with a salad shrimp because you cooked the hell out of it. All right, listen, let's get right to today's inspiration. And I get to do this. Bong. How great is technology? Bong. It's backwards. I got to figure out. I haven't figured that part out because right now it's Pimersha Ojam. Shrimp Mojo backwards. You tried it. Harry Carey used to do that with names. But anyway, we got a pulled pork here that's going to be a pulled pork. But this thing is kicked up. All right, listen. The Shrimp Mojo, brown sugar for sure, one way to cut it, right? Cumin for all your Hispanic flavored dishes. Cumin is the missing ingredient to the Cajun rub to make it fully authentic tasting Hispanic. All the recipes from Spain and from Mexico and for every other Spanish speaking area. Cumin. But here I got like a cheater mole, low and slow. And actually, it's not going to be low to begin with. All right. But you see that dark chocolate, 70% dark chocolate, sea salt dark chocolate, lemon zest of the lime, lime zest of the lime, orange zest of the orange, all of it, the whole piece of fruit zested, right? And then all of the juice from the orange, including a lot of the pulp. When you just squeeze a half an orange instead of pushing it through a press, you get a lot of pulp, all right? And so it's Shrimp Mojo, 2-3 tablespoons, cumin, about a half a tablespoon, a square and a half of the dark chocolate chopped fine, pepperoncinis, all right, a little bit of the juice and pepperoncinis on the top, as you can see. All right, then it's going to go in the oven 400 for an hour. Give it a nice char on top. Then we're going to cover it and go for another 3 or 4 until it pulls. You know, one of the great specials ever, and some restaurants have actually just done this. Like my favorite sports bar here in Bend just has a slider menu. It's not even on they might do some different slider specials here and there, but they just got a slider menu. They got about 9 of them and they're bulletproof. But a great special for you are sliders. People love them. They can share them. You get a plate of 3 or 4 or 6 or whatever you want to do. Sliders, baby. Sliders all day long. You know, if you can't hit the slider, you can't go to the big leagues, right? If you can't make a slider, you're going to struggle because it's great. People love it. It's great on your menu for specials. And it's just bulletproof when you get creative. I mean, the typical slider is just a little cheeseburger, right? But there's so many ways to do it, right? And so this pulled pork with the citrus and the spice, and then you hit it with some pickled red onions, and you get the soft potato bun, preferably, because we talk all the time about flavors, textures, and temperatures, right? How when you the medley of all of that together is what makes it just insanely good, right? The soft, warm bun with the hot, spicy pulled pork, right? And then you hit it with some cool, pickled red onions or pickles or something else on there. A little squirt of some hot sauce or a hot sauce mayo combo, and forget about it. It's the best. It is absolutely the best. All right, so that's what I just want to keep doing this for you. Either the home kitchen or the food truck chef or the sports bar restaurant. And the thing about having the Shrimp Mojo as your Cajun house spice, listen, time is money, right? And so with the Cajun house spice, you can just add to it, right? Because it's already got the onion and the garlic and the paprika, right? And some other things I can't tell you, but the peppers, several different kinds. It's already got just a great base, right? But then when you add brown sugar, kick it up with a little sweetness for chicken and ribs, right? Cumin for your Hispanic dishes, ginger and soy for your Asian flair. It saves you time. It just saves you time in the food truck or the kitchen, at home, or if you're doing it professionally. Take those steps of making all of your blends and take the Cajun step out of it, because you got it with the Shrimp Mojo, and then you can play with it, and you can go anywhere. Believe me, you can go anywhere. Anyway, this is the before picture. I will share some after pictures of these sliders, or they can go on tacos, they can go on flatbreads, it could go on pizza. There's so many different places you're going to be able to take this pork shoulder with the citrus, Shrimp Mojo, cumin, chocolate, peppercini. I think I covered it all. All right, get your rub on. Listen, and if you want to really be stylish, let's just go here. And I will figure out how I don't present this backwards. Redbubble is our preferred partner for Manja Swag. Manja Swag. That's a tough one for me. You go to Redbubble and just search Manja TV, and plenty of different apparel items with the Rub Me Shrimp Mojo t-shirts, sweatshirts, coffee mugs, you name it. You can put it together. So please do that. Let me see if this works. And then if you want to support Manja TV, please buy me a coffee. There's the SKU. The SKU to buy me a coffee. Help us get the word out. I would really appreciate that. All right? Anyway, that's what I got. Please retweet, right? Please copy links and share. We don't need a like button. I don't need a thumbs up, all right? I don't need it. I got the thumbs up in Little League, all right, where I was no good. Please retweet, copy links, and share. Leave comments, ask questions, yada, yada, yada. And that's what I got. That's what I got. Thank you very much for watching. And again, tonight, Wednesday night, If you are in the northern Chicago suburban area, head to Highwood for their Gourmet Wednesdays. Seek out a big ass green food truck. Chef Brian is on the food truck slinging the best food truck fare on the planet. I'm telling you right now, who's got crab cakes and trout tacos? Oh, Brian does. Brian does that. Uh, and he uses the shrimp mojo because it is his recipe. He invented it at the Shrimp Walk in Highwood. But you can find him in Highwood tonight, the Gourmet Fest, Highwood, and then Friday night in Waukegan at Greentown on the Rocks, the two places the Hef's Cowboy Kitchen is rocking it in Chicagoland. So go give him a shout out. Tell him his little bro sent you. Anyway, that's what I got. Thank you so much. And we will see you on Friday for a little weekend inspiration. Thank you.